Your Betfair Exchange account has been closed on business grounds. This week and last, I've had a whole load of you reach out via Twitter, the community forum, and email to say that Betfair have been in touch with you and they've suspended or closed your exchange account on business grounds. So I've done a little bit of digging about of my own and contacted a premium accounts manager at Betfair to give you guys some kind of additional explanation as to why this is happening. Now, before I get into the detail, if you've got a question of your own that you want answering, then please submit it in the comments down below after watching this video, presuming that it's not already on the Q&A playlist, which you can find on this YouTube's channel page. If it isn't, I'll do my best to feature it in a future video answer. So first of all, Betfair doesn't close exchange accounts for winning. They just hit consistent winners with an additional commission, which is known as premium charge. Separate video on that, we'll put a link in the description down below so you can find out about the criteria, but most people do not need to worry about this charge. The reasons for account suspension are usually one of the following: customer verification and ID, proving the source of funds for which you're actually placing the bets with, responsible gambling and self-exclusion if you've self-excluded previously, premium charge evasion, deliberate evasion, and monitoring exchange data without actually using the betting facilities on Betfair. So I'm led to believe the last point is the most probable reason that business grounds will be given for suspension or closing your account, although it's not the only one that can come under that caveat. Just to quickly skim through each of those points as to why they would happen, I think it's quite obvious. Verification, customer ID, knowing who the customer actually is very important. A lot of these are legal obligations that Betfair have to fulfill themselves to operate and keep their gambling license. Proving source of funds obviously goes hand in hand with that one. There's been instances in the past, you'll have seen it in the news, where certain people have placed large bets with, say, their money that they have access to via their own works, not actually their own money. So I want to make sure you're betting with your own money. Responsible gambling goes without saying. Self-exclusion, if you've blocked yourself out of gambling websites in the past, then they can't allow you to carry on under various regulation. Financial fraud, again, money laundering is sort of a prime reason that might be brought up. They don't want people cleaning fraudulent criminal money on their exchange. And the last one is the one where it's a bit of a sticking point for most people. Now, particularly if you're a trader and using Betfair Exchange in training mode with any of the softwares, because they all use the same API, you can be flagged as one of these users who are there for the purpose of using their Betfair Exchange data logged in with no intent of placing a bet. So that could be a reason that they suspend your account. I'm led to believe in those instances, most of the time, you'll be able to get your account unsuspended once you contact Betfair yourself. I think it's quite likely that recently they might have changed the criteria for that because, like I say at the beginning there, a large portion of you have reached out and contacted saying that you've been hit with these suspensions or restrictions or account closures under business reasons when you don't believe you're doing anything wrong. So although Betfair, when contacted, they've said to me, look, I can't give you the exact criteria. I think that's completely understandable, because if I was to put the criteria out there on YouTube or the website, it would make it easier for people who are manipulating the rules to carry on doing so. But what they have said to me is, if you are logged in, you've obviously got an account, you are placing bets on a regular basis, you have a funded account, there is no real reason that your account should be flagged as one of these commercial use type people who are logging in and using exchange data with no intent of placing a bet. I think it's fair to assume with pretty much any system there's likely to be some collateral in that, so I think that's probably what these people are recently. I can't say for sure, obviously each case is an individual basis, but that's probably the most likely reason that this has happened. Now, another reason that Betfair are known to suspend accounts is through premium charge evasion. That charge I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this video there, because winning customers on a consistent basis make a lot of money from the exchange, such as myself. If you've got an account manager, talk to your account manager about this if you're concerned about it. But placing a lot of bets in the same patterns on different accounts will also possibly get you flagged. Now, it could be that you and I and somebody else are all using the same system, same strategy. That's quite unlikely to be, exactly the same. But if they believe that is happening across multiple accounts, they may suspend the account for further review also. Obviously, thinking more towards people who use bots and automation, it'd be far easier for Betfair to notice you if you were doing that and so it's highly likely that, you know, bots are probably in the higher risk area of temporary account suspension for those reasons. Now, just to reiterate, I'm not talking about Betfair Sportsbook here. I'm talking purely about Betfair's exchange. Obviously, Betfair do close, restrict, limit accounts on their sportsbook. That's their bookmaker operation. They're two totally different things. If you're unaware of the differences between the two, and you're just, you know, somebody new who's found this channel, then please watch these videos here in the end screen for further information. And don't forget to let us know in the comments down below your experiences with account suspension and closures with Betfair's exchange. And also, don't forget to submit the questions that you'd like me to answer down below.